Hi, in this video, we're going to introduce access control lists, ACLs. So by default, routers don't filter any traffic. They examine the destination IP address, look that up in their routing table, and forward out the proper egress interface. So when an ACL is applied to an interface, it evaluates all the network packets, determines if the packet is either permitted or denied. So as we can see in the diagram here, there's all kinds of things that we can check, evaluate to see whether or not we want to permit or deny the packets. And we'll be looking at a lot of these throughout these videos in this playlist. So what are ACLs? An ACL, access control list, is a sequential list of, and just one of, not two ofs, permit or deny statements known as access control entries, ACEs. But a lot of times we just call these ACL statements. So the access list on the router permits or denies packets based on a number of criteria: on the source IP address, or the destination IP address, or on the protocol itself, ICMP, TCP, UDP routing protocols, a TCP UDP port number, or TCP a destination source or destination port number. And it can be any combination of these things as well. So routers are going to filter packets one of two ways: as they come in on an interface before they're routed. So before it's even looked up in the IP routing table, the router can determine as the packet comes in whether or not to permit or deny the packet. Another way that we can filter packets is before it goes out an interface. So after it's been determined what interface to forward the packet, it's at that point on that interface we can determine whether or not to permit or deny packets going out that interface. Okay, and we'll see where the best place to actually put access lists on where on the router and whether it's inbound or outbound as we take a look at some examples later on in this playlist. Okay, so some of the types of access lists we have standard access lists. A standard access list permits or denies traffic based only on the source IP address. Extended access lists, well, these can permit or deny traffic based on any number of criteria. Can be based on the protocol type, whether it's IP, ICMP, EIGRP, TCP, UDP. Can be based on the source IP address, the source TCP or UDP port numbers, the destination IP address, and the destination TCP or UDP port numbers. There's also what we call numbered and named access control lists. So in a numbered ACL, we use numbers to create the access lists. Named, we assign a name to identify the access control list. As you'll see here with numbered access control lists, 1 through 99 is for the standard IP ACL, so that filters only on source IP address. Or 1300 to 1999, 100, 199, and also 2000 to 2699 extended IP ACLs. So that can be for source IP address, destination IP address, source destination port numbers, protocols, etc. Okay, we'll take a look at all of these in later videos, and they'll make a lot more sense about numbered versus named ACLs, etc., and how to do all this. All right, one last note on this video, IPv6 ACLs. So with IPv4 ACLs, we saw we had standard, numbered and named, and extended, numbered or named. Well, IPv6 ACLs are named only. There is no numbers. And we'll see the difference here in a moment, in a later video anyway, between a numbered and a name. A name is just you've given it a name to identify the list. And a numbered ACL, use a number to identify the list. But other than that, similar features for the IPv6 ACLs, similar features to extended ACLs. All right, that's just a little introduction to access control lists. A lot more to follow in the following videos.